Good morning, my dear students. Welcome you all to this session. Today's class, we are going to continue exercise 5.1. Okay, you can take page number 102. In the last class, we have discussed a few problems from exercise 5.1. Right now, just we are going to continue this exercise. Till ninth problem we have discussed, and in the last class I told you few problems should be written in the textbook, right? That we have completed. Now it is from 10th sum. Indicate which pair of angles are vertically opposite angles. Okay, we are supposed to indicate which pair of angles. This diagram is given. In this diagram, which are vertically opposite angle, that pairs we are supposed to mention here. Okay. This is what the diagram. You know what is vertically opposite angle, right? They should be opposite to each other. So in this, which are all vertically opposite angle? This angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. Yes. So angle 1 comma angle 4. Okay, this is your first set. Angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. Okay, angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angle. Next, what is the next vertically opposite angle? Angle 5 is equal to 2 plus 3. Correct? If you add 2 plus 3, which is equal to angle 5. Yes. So, angle 5 comma angle 2 plus angle 3. So, angle 5 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. So, they are vertically opposite angles. Yes, so here angle 1 and 4 are vertically opposite angles. Next 5 and 2, 3 are vertically opposite angles. So now we have mentioned the vertically opposite angle. Next, linear pairs. Linear pair means what? It should be one straight line and one arm should be there. So this is your linear pair. This is one and this one. So what are the linear pairs? Angle 5 comma angle 1. Yes, angle 5 comma angle 1 is a linear pair. So you can write linear pair. Next, what is the next pair? This one. Angle 5 comma angle 4. If you see like this is one straight line and this is one arm. So angle 4 comma angle 5. Okay, angle 4 comma angle 5 is linear pair. Okay, so what are the pairs here? Angle 5 and 1, these two are linear pair. Then this 4 and 5 are linear pairs. Next is your second problem, the 11th problem. In the following figure, in this figure, is I and 2, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent to each other. Give reasons. We are supposed to find whether 1 and 2 are adjacent to each other. Okay. Whether they are adjacent? No. No. Angle 1 is not adjacent to angle 2. Why? Because they both don't, if it is adjacent, I told you they should have a common vertex, common arm. Okay, but there is no common vertex because they don't have a common arm. Yes? No, because angle 1 and angle 2 are not adjacent because they don't have a common arm. And common vertex, not common arm, children. They don't have a common vertex. They have a common arm. This is your common arm, but they don't have a common vertex. That is what given here. Yes. Next is your 12th problem. So in this, find the value of angles X, Y and Z. Okay, we are supposed to find the value of X, Y and Z in each of the following. Okay, so here is X, here Y, here Z. We are supposed to find this. So what is the value of X, children? 55. Why? Because I told you vertically opposite angles are equal. So if this is 55, x and 55 are vertically opposite angles. So x is equal to 55. Yes? So angle x is equal to 55 degree because you should write this reason. Okay, if the reason is not there, then it is incorrect. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, angle x is equal to 55 because vertically opposite angles are equal. So we can say that x is equal to 55. Next, so I got the value of x as 55, correct? I got the value of x as 55. Now you should find value of y and z. So if you consider like this y and x are linear pair, correct? This is one straight line and this is one arm. So they form a linear pair. So we can say angle x plus angle y is equal to 180 degree because they are linear pair. Yes, angle x plus angle y is equal to 180 degree because it is linear pair. X is what value? 55 degree plus angle y is equal to 180 degree because I don't know the value of y. X value I know, so I have substituted. Now angle y is equal to 180 minus 55. So angle y is equal to what? 180 minus 55. Okay. Now 7, 1, 5, 2, 1, 125. So angle y is what, children? 125 degrees. So x I found out, y I have found out as, I have found the value as 125. So if this is 125, z is also 125. Why? Because vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, therefore z is equal to 125 because vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Understood? Next is your second subdivision problem. Now we have to find the value of x, y, z. Okay. So here in this diagram, we can say that z is equal to 40. Why? Because they both are vertically opposite angles, right? So z is equal to 40 degree because they are vertically opposite angles. Because they are vertically opposite angles are equal. See, this statement is very much important. This one is very much important. Not just writing this. You should write this wordings also. Okay. Z is equal to 40 degree. Now we got the value of z. Right. As 40 degree. Now using this 40 degree, can we find this y? Because this is one straight line and this is one arm. So y and z form a linear pair. Yes, so we can say that y plus z is equal to 180 degree because it is linear pair. Y plus z is equal to 180 degree because it's a linear pair. What is y value? We don't know. What is z value? 40 is equal to 180 degree. So y is equal to 180 minus 40. Y is equal to 140 degree. So we find the value of z also and we have find the value of 140 degree. Y is 140 degree. Now we are supposed to find the value of x. Okay, so listen, x is very easy because listen, this is a straight line and this is the two arms present. So if you add this 40 plus x plus 25, you will obviously get the 180 degree only because all these three angles lie on the same straight line, correct? So we can add 40 degree plus x plus 25 is equal to 180 degree. This angle and this angle, if you add these three, you will get 180 only because all the three are they form a supplementary. If you add all the three, you will get 180 degree. Okay, so 40 plus 25 is what? x plus 65 is equal to 180 degree. X is equal to 180 minus 65. So what is 180 minus 65 children? 7151115. So x is equal to 115 degree. So now I got the value of x is 115 degree. Yes. So you can add like this. Just I am adding 40 plus x plus 25. This is also meaning as linear pair. Okay. Or you can write supplementary. Okay. They are supplementary because if they lie on the straight line. So if you add 40 plus x plus 25, you will get 180. So x plus 65 is equal to 180 degree. X is equal to 115 degree. So I found the value of x, y and z. Okay, understood? Next is your 13th problem. You can write the answers in the textbook itself. Okay, it's a fill in the blanks. If two angles are complementary, then the sum of their measure is, if two angles is complementary, then sum of their measure is what? 90 degree. Yes. Next, if two angles are supplementary, then sum of their measure is 180 degree. Yes. Supplementary means 180 degree. Then two angles forming a linear pair are supplementary. Yes. If two angles form a linear pair means what? If we add two angles, it is 180 degrees. So they are supplementary angles. So if two adjacent angles are supplementary, they form a linear pair. Adjacent angle means what? Near angle. If near angle if I add and if I get 180 degree, those two angles form a linear pair. That is the meaning. Okay, so if two lines intersect at a point, okay, then vertically opposite angles are always equal. If two lines intersect at a point, okay, intersect means what? Touch at a point, vertically opposite angles will be equal. Okay. Next, fourth subdivision, fourth problem. If two lines intersect at a point, which means, listen, if this is a case, okay, if two lines intersect at a point, if one pair of vertically opposite angles, so this is one vertically opposite angles and this one vertically opposite angles, correct? If one pair of vertically opposite angles, acute angle means what? Less than 90 degree. So these two angles are less than 90 degree, correct? So one pair of vertically opposite angles are acute angle, mean other pair will be obtuse angle. Because why it is obtuse angle? See, this is very large. This pair is very small. This pair is large. So they will be, other pair will be an obtuse angle. Okay. Next, your 14th problem. 14th problem is your homework, which is a somewhat different problem. It is actually a collaboration of every problems which you have discussed in this exercise. So you are supposed to write that in your homework note. Okay. 13th problem. This problem you should write in your textbook, and 14th problem you can write it in your homework note. But step by step explanation is needed for that problem. Okay. Next is your another concept, parallel lines. Okay. What is meant by parallel lines, children? There will be two lines, okay, which travels in both the which travels along a path where it never intersect, where they will never touch at each other. So they are called as parallel lines. So these two are parallel lines. You can draw the parallel lines like this. These two are lines where they will never touch each other. That lines are called as parallel lines. Okay. Next is your intersecting lines. Okay. Next concept is intersecting lines. So there will be two lines, okay, which will touch each other at a point. This is one line, this is one line. They touch each other at this point O. The point which they touch each other is called as point of intersection. Okay, parallel lines means what? They will never touch each other at any situation. Intersecting lines means two lines will touch each other at one point, is called as intersecting lines, and the point in which they touch is called as a point of intersection. Next is your transversal line. Okay. Transversal line means when there are two parallel lines which is traveling in both the direction, and if a line, only one line which touch both parallel line at different points is called transversal line. So if this is your MN, okay, M and N are parallel lines. The L is a transversal line because this touch the parallel line M and N at point A and B. They touch each other at point A and B. Okay, so L is a transversal line. So transversal line is nothing but a line which touch M and N at two different points. So that is what the transversal line. So what is the name of this line? Transversal line. Transversal line. Okay. So actually in this transversal line, you are going to learn many things. So take notes of this everything, which is very much important, children. Okay. So I am going to draw a transversal line. Okay. This is what, these two are parallel lines. Okay. L, M. It is already given in your textbook, children. I am just going to teach that. Okay. Not anything different. I am just going to recall this what it is given in your textbook. Okay. Nothing apart from the textbook. Just it is given in your textbook. You can take page number 105. Yes, I think so. 105. Angles made by transversal. Okay. This is your transversal line. Okay, angle. What are the angles? This is one angle 1. This is 2. This is 4. This is 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. So L and M are what parallel lines, where P is a transversal line. So now we are going to learn about interior angles. Interior means what? Inside. Okay, interior means what? It is inside. What are the angles inside given? 3, 4, 5, 6. So interior angle, what are the interior angle? Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6. 3, 4, 5, 6 are interior to this parallel line. So exterior angles. Exterior angle, what are the exterior outside of this parallel line? 1, 2, 7, 8. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8. 1, 2, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 7, 8. Next, pair of corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means you have to leave one angle and you should write. Pair means what? Two things will be there. Pair of corresponding angles means you should leave one and you should write it. So 1 and 5 are corresponding. You see in between 1 and 5 I have left 1, 3. Correct? So 1, leave 1 and write fifth one. 1, 5 are corresponding. Angle 1 and angle 5. Next, angle 2 and angle 6. The next pair, 3 and 7. Next, 4 and 8. Angle 4 and angle 8. So, did you understand the corresponding angles? You leave one angle and you write the next one. 1 and 5, 3 and 7, 2 and 6, 4 and 8. Next, what is the next thing? Pair of alternative interior angles. Pairs of alternate interior angles. You know what is interior, right? What are the interior angles? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these 4 are interior angles. Alternate interior angle means what? Opposite. Alternate. These two are alternate interior angle. These two are alternate interior angle. The pairs we are needed. So 3 and 6. Angle 3 and angle 6. Comma. Angle 4 and angle 5. Angle 4 and angle 5. Next, pairs of alternate exterior angles. So same case for exterior. So what is exterior alternative? Exterior angle is 1, 2, 7, 8. Okay, wow. In that alternate exterior means 1 and 8. Then 2 and 7. 2 and 7. That's all. 1 and 8, 2 and 7 are the pairs of alternate exterior angles. Next, pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. What is transversal actually? This is your transversal line. So that is your transversal. So pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Okay. These 3, 4, 5, 6 are the interior angle. In that 3 and 5 lie on the same side of the transversal. These two are same side. 3 and 6 are alternative sides. 4 and 6 are same sides. 4 and 5 are alternative sides. They are asking on the same side of the transversal. So what are the angles? Angle 3 and angle 5 lie on the same side. Then angle 4 and angle 6 lie on the same side. So this is what the content which is given in the given in this diagram. Okay. Next topic is what are the rules which you are going to follow in this transversal. Okay. See, when the two lines are parallel and there is a transversal over this line, we can say that the corresponding angles are equal. We can say that the corresponding angles are equal. Then we can say alternative angles are equal. Okay. Corresponding angles are equal. Alternative angles are equal. Then alternate exterior angles are equal. Okay, alternate interior angles equal, alternate exterior angles are equal. So when the lines are two parallel lines are there and one transversal is there, we can say corresponding angles are equal in this case. Alternate interior angles are equal in this case. Alternate exterior angles are equal in this case. Then interior angles on the same side of the transversal form a linear pair. Okay, which means if you add this angle 3 plus angle 5, you will get 180 degree. Okay, so the interior angle on the same side of the transversal is 180 degree. So that is the rule for this property. Okay, so these are the things like vertically opposite angles are equal. We have learned, right? So this property is also you should know. Only then you can proceed with these problems. Okay, understood?